Hello everyone, this is Chepotin, and I'm here to bring you updates on America's favorite movie. And no, I'm not talking about Barbie, I'm not talking about Oppenheimer, I'm talking about Sound of Freedom. Now, why do I say that this is America's favorite movie? Because even though the media has trashed this movie, even though the media had, and entertainment media too, even though they have said that the movie is conspiracy theory, that it's right wing, that it's a movie for these people, even though they have said all that stuff, and even though they have, well, convinced a lot of leftoids to repeat, to regurgitate those talking points, people, normal people, patriots, just people with common sense, which there's a lot of them here in America, are still watching this movie. They're ignoring the BS that is coming from the media. They're ignoring the propaganda that is coming from the media, and they're they're watching this movie. So that's why I say this is America's favorite movie. Just look at the numbers. Yes, Barbie is making a lot of money. Oppenheimer is also making a lot of money. But Sound of Freedom, with a budget of 14 millions or 14 millions and a half, they have now made $150 million. So it's all profit right now, because let me just tell you very quick. Let me just explain you how the box office works. Whatever money that the movie makes in theaters in the United States, theaters keep half. So as you can see, it's already in profit territory. The movie is already in profit territory, and it's also what other up. This is the other update that I was that. This is the update that I'm talking about this movie. From this movie, it's gonna be opening internationally. And what I'm curious is how it's gonna open in Latin America, because the movie, spoilers ahead. I'm gonna give you spoilers about this movie. I just watched the movie. The movie takes place in Latin America. It takes place in Colombia. I don't know. I think they went to. I don't know where they filmed the sets, but it's supposed to take place in Colombia. Yeah, that's where a lot of the. I gotta be careful with my words. That's where a lot of the child traffic jam is happening in Latin America. So I'm curious about how it's gonna do, how it's gonna do internationally, and especially in Latin America. But anyways, the movie is doing very good, and again, this is America's favorite movie right now, because it's real. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not a right wing thing. This movie is not It's not even a political movie. But it's weird. It's weird seeing all these leftists from CNN and the Hollywood media. It's so weird how they're against this movie. And like I have said before, you know what kind of people are against a movie that's against child traffic jammers? Child traffic jammers. Those are the people who are against a movie like The Sound of Freedom. So it's weird that all these leftists, even though they haven't even watched the movie, many of them, probably almost all of them, even though they haven't watched the movie, they're trashing the movie. It's weird. But we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on. Why does the media hate this movie? Well, I just tweeted this. Why would the media hate a movie that's against child traffic jam? And why would Disney not release it when they own it? Meet former ABC News producer James Gordon Meek, who has pleaded guilty to transporting and possessing child, abuse material. And by the way, ABC News owned by Disney. That's why they hate it. That's why the news media hate this movie. That's why Disney didn't want to release it when they owned it, because this is happening. This is happening on their nose. They're part of it. Remember, the media didn't want to report on Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. They didn't want to report on that. They didn't want to report that Bill Clinton was going to that island. They're not even reporting about this that much. I just read that a Rolling Stone magazine, or website, I don't know if it's still a magazine, whatever, but the Rolling Stone edited the report on this guy. Heavily edited. So much so that the person who reported on this case quit. And I think she went to Variety magazine. I think it was a she. I don't remember. Rolling Stone, another part of the mainstream media. No, but it's a conspiracy theory. It's right-wing stuff. It's paranoia, like CNN said the other day. Yeah, right. So let me read about this case. It's awful. I'm gonna try to be very careful of what I say. In fact, I tried to do this video already, and I had to press stop. So I'm actually doing this video again because the stuff that I was reading made me so uncomfortable, so disgusted that I had to stop. I just couldn't keep reading anymore. So I'm just gonna try to read a little bit. If you want to read more about this case, go to publica.com, however you pronounce it. Let's go to this website. They are the ones who have been looking at this case, at the court hearings and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna read a little bit, okay? Emmy Award-winning journalist. Of course he's Emmy Award-winning, of course. They reward each other. Leftoids giving awards to other leftoids. How is the hiring process at ABC News, at CNN, and NBC? They probably they probably get vibes that they're weird, but hey, as long as they hate Trump, as long as they hate Republicans, as long as they hate Tea Party people, or as long as they hate Trump supporters, yeah, you're hired right away. Look at this guy. Emmy Award-winning journalist pleads guilty to transportation and possession of child, abuse material. I'm trying to be careful with my words, okay? Because otherwise I'll be censored by YouTube. A high-profile investigative journalist who worked with ABC News and the New York Daily News has just pleaded guilty to the possession of horrific child, abuse materials. James Gordon Meek, 53, once held a position as a senior counter-terrorist advisor and investigator for the U.S. House Committee on Homeland Security. Meek, an Emmy Award-winning journalist, was found to have been in possession of thousands of pieces of child, abuse media dating back to 2014. And I'll stop reading there because there's stuff that it's disgusting. Okay, guys. So I'll try to skip certain sentences. Okay, according to Virginia court records reviewed by the Publica, Meek was arrested at the end of January after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children was alerted to disturbing videos that had been uploaded by Meek. Court transcripts revealed that after the search warrant was executed by FBI agents, Meek reportedly declared, "My life is over." Okay, so this dude use apps, and he posed as a minor, and he requested pictures and all that stuff. Everything is there, guys, and he says some horrible stuff of what he has done before. I mean, I'm just um, I'm also trying to be careful of the things that I'm saying because I don't want to be disgusted with what I read. Because again, I had to stop uh, the video before this one because it was too much. It was too much for me. Anyways, in the months following the search, Meek left his job with ABC News and allegedly moved in with his mother, apparently becoming divorced from society to great degree. He later relinquished his passport to the FBI and firearms. Huh. I wonder what happened at ABC News. Did they throw him a farewell party or something? They say, "Oh my God, oh you were such a good friend. Oh, you were such a good co-worker. You were an award-winning journalist. How could this happen? Oh, bye bye. I'm gonna miss you." That's what probably happened, man. These people are sick. Anyways, this guy, as you guys can see, this guy has tweeted things against Tucker Carlson. I even heard that in order to attack Mike Cernovich, he said something against Pizzagate, calling it a conspiracy theory. That's what I read. The thing is that these are the people who are working in the media, and these are the people who are calling these people conspiracy theorists. They're calling these people to be banned from social media. People who are telling others that, hey, this type of reporters exist. This type of people are elite. This type of people are trying to control the narrative. This type of people are in high positions. Make no mistake about it, he was in a high position. He was a producer for ABC News. He was a prestigious award-winning journalist. So he had leverage when it came to, I don't know, to talk about certain narratives that the media wanted to push. It's horrible. So these people do exist. These ABC News producers do exist. I think I'm gonna start calling these people ABC News producers. Okay. You know what's disgusting? Well, the whole thing is disgusting, but you know what's another disgusting thing? The judge. The judge in this case. Look at this. The presiding judge told Meek's lawyers that these kinds of cases start out with a little something and evolve into something else. And then there's a grooming. And then you get the meeting. And then you get the act. And that the allegation against Meek suggests a continuum. I think we can all agree the things that Mr. Meek has done are heroic. No doubt about it. But even heroic people can lose their way. Listen to that. But even heroic people can lose their way. And that's, I believe, what the government is suggesting here, the judge stated. This is disgusting. This is the judge, a freaking judge, excuse a person in power, like the Q people. Oh my God, I just said it. Oh man, I just used those two words. But anyways, this is what these people have been warning us about. They've been warning us about judges like this, about people in power who are okay with this, or who don't, or who excuse this. This is horrible. This is a horrible thing to say. By the way, in order to not be censored by YouTube, I condemn all Q people, okay? I condemn them. I condemn all Q people. Wink, wink. But yeah, that's horrible. You guys can see. So it's happening. It's not a conspiracy theory. And by the way, you know why why they're also against this movie, about against Sound of Freedom? I'm gonna give you. By the way, this spoiler. There are spoilers. If you really wanna watch the movie and you wanna be and you wanna get and you don't wanna get spoilers, then I suggest you turn off the video right now and go watch it. So I'm gonna give you spoilers right now. This is what happens in the movie. Like the judge said here. Well, part of what the judge says here. They start out with a little, okay, well, there's the grooming, and then you get the meeting, and then you get the act. Yes, that's what happened in the movie. Now, of course, they don't show it, but you can see the sequence of what's about to happen. That happens in the movie. The character that Jim Caviezel plays, that I don't remember his name. Right now, I'm forgetting his name. But the character that he plays, at the beginning, he's working for the government, and all he can do is just arrest people who are downloading material. That's all he does. But then, after he watches in the movie, after he watches a video of the act, he cries, he feels horrible, and then he tries to well to arrest the traffic jammers, the child traffic jammers, and save kids. So he ends up quitting his government job and goes to Colombia. And well, he goes to Colombia, and from there he tells the government what he's doing, and then he ends up quitting his government job, because that's the only way that he can get involved into capturing the child traffic jammers and saving kids. That's the only way he needs to quit the job in the government. So you can see there what he does. He meets the future perpetrators who have already done stuff. They meet the future perpetrators. They meet the kids. They also you can see that he has to form a friendship with these horrible people in order to well, get a kid. And you know what? Do you know what? Stuff like that, and there's the grooming, all that stuff. Stuff like that does happen. That's not political. It actually happens. That's what the ABC news producer was doing. This ABC news producer, these ABC news producers meet other people like them in order to get kids. That's what happens. And probably that's why they hate this movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I recommend everybody to keep watching it. It's a good movie. It's probably it's the most important movie this year. Maybe the last 5 years. Maybe the most important movie in the last decade.